Hey everybody, Coltar here, and welcome back to some Sherlock Holmes versus Jack the Ripper. I think we're starting to get pretty close to the end of the game. I don't know if this episode will be the last one, but we need to start gathering some clothes to put together on some mannequins so that we can, well, so that Sherlock can do whatever it is he's needing to do. So, look around and find the clothes. I'm assuming we'll be able to find some in his... Oh, here's a closet. Oh, and a mannequin. Okay, I'm just grabbing the whole mannequin. Got it. I think it's like...
We shall place our mannequins here, Watson.
I think it's like 3 mannequins, maybe? I don't fully remember. Let's grab whatever's in here. Hair and a mustache. Rude. Another hair and a mustache. What's with all the mustaches? Another mannequin. And another hat. So that's his hat that everyone thinks he wears. Even though he does kind of wear it all the time. Okay.
A wig. This will come in handy.
Another wig. So where's the other mannequin? Should be 3, I think. Hold up. Okay. Now let's...
So, as for one of the murders, we have no witnesses whatsoever. As for the 3 other, we have at least one person who claims to have seen the victims talking to a man a few minutes before their death. Do you remember whom these would be, Watson?
No. I don't. Okay, so hold on. I got one piece, like one jacket. We've got 3 hats. We've got 3 wigs. Yeah. So we need more jackets and stuff. Hold on. Let's back it out. And we need another mannequin, I think. Is there some... Oh, nope. Don't care about that. Okay. I must be able to go through this door and just missed it. Yeah. Okay. So, we're in Watson's room now. I think this is the first time we've been in here. Ah, okay. So there's the other 2 jackets. I think that should be everything now. Okay. Now we gotta dress them up. So let's see. Apply the height, the age, and the clothing to the mannequins, basing yourself on the 3 correct witnesses. Oh no. I don't remember who the witnesses are. Letter found at Tubbletees, no. There was somebody. This is an encyclopedia. Testimony, right? Maybe one of the testimonies? No. Okay. How about E. Long? Okay, yep. There we go. The problem is I don't remember anything else. Okay. What do we have here? So we don't have any, like... Okay, so we'll throw the wigs on each one. That shouldn't matter as long as we make sure we put the right name down here. Oh, okay. What does E. Long look like? Eunice left her... Okay, she was passing down Hanbury Street. Witness was certain of the time that, as she declares that her clock. Okay, yep. Saw a man and a woman talking. Should be noted that the witness identified the body of Annie Chapman at the morgue. Yep. Okay, at least 40 years old. Height a little taller than the woman with whom he was discussing. Approximately 5'3". Okay. 40, 5'3". The brown deerstalker hat. So, 5'3", 40, deerstalker hat. I hate that it's so like dark. Dark coat. A little taller than a woman, approximately. Brown deerstalker hat, dark coat, I doubt it on this point, general appearance of the working class, dark hair, and mustache, dark face. Okay, so I think I actually have the dark hair on this one. No, I have the blonde hair on this one, don't I? Hold on, so dark brown, wig, deerstalker hat, and dark coat. The worker's disguise, maybe? We'll leave it at that for now. Next, we gotta find the next one. There was somebody, somewhere, at some point. Where is the guy I'm thinking of? It is... Oof. I'm thinking of the guy that we randomly saw giving talking to the cop. This guy. Is this one? No. Okay. Finley has not seen anyone. Who else has seen, or at least said to have seen, the murderer? I don't think Bella's seen them. I don't think the other lady, I forget her name. Pretty sure she hasn't. That's, what's her name? I don't remember her name. Lucy. White chat. Sorry. Squibby. No? Really? Okay. Let's try Squibby once more at the police station. No. Okay. Rude. Documents. Star Saturday, East London Advertise. Oh, actually. Could be one of those newspapers from the beginning. Got the Polly Nichols, that wouldn't make any sense. Star. Let's try the newspaper. No. Okay. Scrap envelope doesn't make sense. Maybe this one? No. Okay. Police report containing odd. I don't think this one, but that was worth a shot. We know none of those. Not that. No. 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 I don't see this as being it. Never know sometimes. Not that. Neither that. No. Yeah. Listen pencil. Nah. Lifetime bullying. No. Jack the Ripper. I found a Tumbletees. I don't think this is it. Nor do I think this one has anything interesting. Note on the murder of Liz Stride. Liz Stride, nickname Liz, 45 years old, height 5'5", occasional prostitute. Dead by Louis. Okay, she lived in past 3 with a certain kidney, water side, she cheated. Charged with assault. No? Okay. Note on the murder of Kay Eddowes. No. Okay. Which leads me to now have to go through dialogue. Great. It's literally dialogue or documents. Ugh. Oh, okay. Hello, it must be Solomonovich. Yeah, that's him. Delighted. Okay. Okay, what do they look like? What do they look like? Demon lives in the terrible... Okay. It's great about the cake. Come on. You do not reveal my identity there. Case file, Mr. Holmes, great. Community. Beep, 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 beep. Yes, that night 3 members of our club saw in that very spot were okay. Okay, what does he look like? Did I miss it? You guys found out the passage. They had the look of 2 rather unkempt people, but no more than that. Hold on, I don't like... Okay. Strange. They had the look of 2 rather unkempt people, but no more than that after the murder of these 3 men. There we go. Man must have been about 30 years old, 5'7", light complexion, and a fair mustache, so he's blonde. Wore a loose, dark jacket and a gray cap, red scarf. Okay, so light hair. Hold on, yeah, I want to go back to this jacket. The dark open jacket, which makes me think that's
Perfect,
that one.
Watson.
There we go, yep. That one there. Gray cap. If it'll let me. There we go. And how old and stuff? Oh, don't make me go all the way. Oh man, okay. It was like 5'7", I think. Yep. About 30, 5'7".
There is an error, Watson. Let's reread Abraham's testimony.
Sad, okay. About 30 years old, about 5'7", light complexion, and fair mustache. He wore a loose, dark jacket and a gray cap, and a red scarf around his neck. But he said that he only saw him for a brief instant, and it would be impossible to recognize him. So I was wearing blue jacket, black bonnet, and after this... What's wrong about it? That's a gray cap? No, I was gonna say that ain't right. Am I missing something? 30? 5'7"? Man must have been 30 years old, about 5'7", light complexion and fair mustache. He wore a loose, dark jacket and a gray cap with a red scarf. I saw him for a brief instant, and it would be impossible to recognize him. About 30, 5'7". Loose, dark jacket and a gray cap. So I can't pull any of that off. Loose, dark jacket, gray cap. Am I missing a gray scarf or something? I don't think... sorry, I don't think I need the red scarf, but... Oops. Let me look around for one, I guess. I don't think there's any scarves around here. Oh, hey, look. It's the poster. There might be a red scarf somewhere, though. Look in Sherlock's room here. Not seeing anything. There was nothing in that drawer. How about Watson's room? Can't open that. No. That's it. So... I guess let's look for another witness. Pretty sure it's not him. Not him either. See if we can find anything here. Just looking for the mention of height or anything of that matter. Yeah, I don't remember who else has seen them. Dr. Gibbons. Yeah, it's not going to be Dr. Gibbons. Dr. Tumblety. I get such a kick out of that name. Excuse me. Maybe it is one of her conversations. I really don't know. Forgot about Mary, actually. Yeah. My concern is that it's going to be one of the notes, and I just don't have... And I just haven't read through it, right? Sorry, if you remember, I was having some weird things going on where it was, the mouse wheel was doing things outside of the game. And it was just doing that again. This time messing around with my tabs on OBS. It's like, huh? It's picking random apps, which makes it all the more fun. Oh man, I think my concern may be correct. This Mr. Richardson is a witness to the horrid affair. Him right there, yeah. No, and then Richardson here. It's not correct. Finley. Man near 29th Street. Oh, get rid of that. There we go. No. London Hospital. There's Bluto. Another Finley. They literally use the same picture. I am a little worried that I've missed it as well. Barnes. Oh, the bookseller. I was like, I don't recognize this guy. Excuse me. Jeez. Definitely not him. doing again, but what it's scrolling on, I don't really care, so that's okay. I think I'm starting to go crazy here. Hold on. There we go. Okay, I only saw him from behind. Okay, barely 30 years old. 26 years old. So 5'8", 26 years old. Small dark brown mustache. And an olive complexion, I would say. But once again, 3/4 profile. Okay, so hold on. So 26 and 5'8".
Bravo, Watson. There are our 3 witnesses.
Down to like 26 now. So this is dark brown, ginger wig, blonde wig. I'm starting to wonder if... Hold on. Because we put that brown wig on this one, but I guess we have multiple. And stated, this man, what did the man look like? I only saw it from behind. He was wearing a short black outfit, a small felt hat like a cap, in a dark color, and a white collar. Seemed to be a respectable type. He was carrying a packet in his hand wrapped in newspaper. Short black outfit. Okay.
There we are. Magnificent.
Okay. So... Okay, so if that one's done, how is this not done? I wonder if I am missing something. Man must have been 30 years old, about 5'7", light complexion, and a fair mustache. Fair to me means blonde, right? Am I crazy? He wore a loose, dark jacket, a gray cap, and a red scarf. Well... Is that loose? It's not dark either. There's the gray cap. Am I missing a jacket maybe? 30, 5'7". Let's take a look around. Am I missing a jacket from anywhere? a worker's jacket could have been something to throw me off, but...
Let's try to recreate the profile of the men seen by our 3 witnesses.
That's what I'm doing, but, someone won't let me use the jacket. I mean, another jacket. Is there anything else in here? No. Double check here. No. No pillow? Come on, Watson. Hold on, this is important. Sherlock has a pillow. Why can't you, huh, Watson? Maybe he just doesn't like pillow. I feel like I'm going crazy. The smell was wearing a black jacket. Oh no, that's her. Identical to those other women he'd seen. Only glance. Okay. I only saw her from behind. She had her hand on his man's stomach. Okay. The man must have been 30, about 5'7", a fair mustache, and a loose, dark jacket with a gray cap. It won't let me reuse the jackets, so that's all I've got. There's the gray cap. And then... Okay, hold on. I don't want to keep dealing with this. Let's take a real quick look at this. I think it is a visual bug as well, by the way. That is causing it to go like super dark. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Yeah, 5'7". There's no way. Hold on.
There we are. Magnificent. Indeed, Watson, that's the right size for Abraham's mannequin. The account given by Mr. Solomonovich's friend is incorrect in at least one point. The first Joseph said that the man was at least 5 foot 7 inches tall. The second Joseph said he was 3 inches taller than the victim, whom we know was 5 feet tall, which would suggest a height of 5 foot 3 inches. Don't forget that it was this second Joseph who attracted his friend's attention towards the couple on the other side of the road. We can assume he got a very good look at them. As for young P.C. Smith's account, he must have been mistaken about this person's real height. It is only an inch or two after all, and we can attribute the same height as the other two.
Yeah. Okay.
Bravo, Watson. Our mannequins have been recreated based on the correct accounts. Now, Watson, let's see in what ways these statements differ and how the witnesses could have been mistaken. Let's look at these wigs and moustaches. Let's start by taking the first Joseph's testimony, who saw the man head-on in a well-lit spot and in which he noted fair hair. Now, let's consider the same person, but in the lighting and angle of the other two witnesses, in the darkness of night, with poor artificial lighting from above. Put out the light, Watson.
Okay.
Thus, poor lighting and a backlit subject can affect our perception of shades and colours. The wigs from Abraham's mannequin took on the same colour as the other two. The three testimonies, therefore, don't contradict one another, and we can apply the same facial hair to all three mannequins.
Interesting.
Turn on the light, Watson.
Okay.
Okay, Watson, let's give all of our mannequins the same
hair. Okay. Oh wait, they're all fair hair, so blonde.
Yes, I have, Holmes.
Well done, Watson. With regards to the murderer's hair, the three witnesses should agree on Abraham's testimony. As Joseph is the only one who saw our man in full light, his hair must therefore be fair.
Okay.
You see, Watson, it is hard to draw objective conclusions when one is an eyewitness to an event. This leads us to reconsider the various statements regarding the supposed age of the man. Even if you are face to face with someone in full light and for a period of several hours, to what extent can you determine their exact age? And even more so if you observe them for only a few seconds and or from behind. We must allow some flexibility when considering our witnesses' statements, but always scientific flexibility.
Makes sense. So just adjust their
Now
ages?
that we have fully considered the witness accounts, let's see to what extent they agree. If we apply the range of error for each of our dummies, we can deduce the age of our murderer as precisely as possible.
Oh crap. Okay. Tolerance of 7 to 10 years. 3 to 5, 7 to 10. So let's do... I don't understand what this is. Okay, so maybe this could be 20 and then 25? Or is it 30... 35? Oh, I hate
Don't forget that, according to Abraham, the man was seen face on from a few feet away by the first Joseph, who shouldn't be out by more than a few years. For Abraham's mannequin, we should allow a margin of 3 to 5 years.
I see. Okay, hold on. So it'll be 27 to 33. Right?
For Abraham's mannequin, we should allow a margin.
Yeah, okay, so hold on. So if we're at 30, so then 4, and then there we go. And then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Excellent.
Okay.
Now, on to the next step.
I understand now, okay. So there's the 10. So now let's do... Sorry. 31, 49. 32, 48, 33, and 47.
Perfect, Watson.
And then if that's 26, so that's the 10. So now we're going to go down to 17 and 35, 18, 34, 19, and 33.
There we are. Magnificent.
Yes, I have, Holmes.
Now that we have fully considered the witness accounts, let's see to what extent they agree. If we apply the range of error for each of our dummies, we can deduce the age of our murderer as precisely as possible.
33, 33, 33. I think 33. Am I crazy?
Perfect, Watson. Within a margin of 1 year, Watson, the age of our murderer is 33 years.
But the man described by Smith was dressed respectably, whereas the other two were poorly dressed.
Indeed, but Whitechapel's respectively could quite easily describe the Sunday bests that all lower-class men own.
That's true.
Now, let's place ourselves in the shoes of Liz Stride's killer. He has just slain his victim and sees Louis Diemschutz discover her body. Our killer is at great risk if he stays in the area. He therefore gets away from this spot. But he wants to kill again. However, he might have been spotted in the area before having committed the murder by a constable on his round, perhaps, who managed to get his description. What do you think the killer will do?
After committing the first murder in Dutfield's yard and before committing the second in Mitre Square, flee and by disguise, wait a while, throws clothing in a sewer or trash bin.
No, that's not it.
Go back home or to a safe location, change his clothes and leave again in search of another victim.
It's the only possible explanation, Watson. The man returned to the safety of his lodgings and then decided to go out again with new clothes and repeat his sinister nocturnal work. That's how the discrepancies between the witnesses with regards to clothing can be explained.
What a cold-blooded animal.
And what determination! Powerful motives are pushing this man. Thus, we can conclude that the respectable man with the package may very well have been seen by the two Josephs.
Even if it is just a mannequin, it's giving me goosebumps. But have we really made any progress, Holmes? I mean, there must be thousands of men in Whitechapel who match this description, wouldn't you say?
You're right, Watson. We have worked on who, now let's work on where. We need a map of Whitechapel, and please also find me a pencil, 2 compasses, one of which can draw ellipses.
Holy. 2 compasses. Got it.
We'll need a map, Watson.
Oh, yeah. Map's kind of important, huh? There's maps all over the ground. But there is one here. I want to use that one, I get. Oh. There's maps all over the place.
I am in need of something.
First of all, let's place our 4 murders on this map, as well as the spot where the graffito appeared and the piece of apron was dropped.
God, I don't remember. Annie Chapman was Hanbury Street. Elizabeth Stride. Polly Nichols. Catherine Eddowes. Eddowes, I think, was at Mitre Square. I might be wrong. Polly Nichols at Gulston, maybe? And then Dutfield's Elizabeth Stride. And then Graffito. Bucks Row. Oh, wait. Yeah. Polly Nichols is up here. Graffito.
Perfect, Watson.
Okay.
Let's connect each crime scene to the one out of the others that is the furthest.
I didn't notice the one out here. Sorry, what did you just say? Oh, no. What was it that I needed to do here? Oh no. Join each murder location to the one that is furthest. Okay, so that one's furthest from that one. That one's furthest from that one. Nah. Join each murder location to the one that's furthest. I feel like that one's... maybe not. Hold on.
You see, Watson, the murders aren't grouped together, but seem to be spread out like cardinal points around a central zone. The killer obviously wanted to avoid returning to the previous scenes of his crimes, assuming that they would be more closely watched, or that he could be recognized.
So, the killer lives at the center of this cross?
In the vicinity, most certainly, but how near? We cannot afford to get it wrong. If you concentrate, Watson, you will notice that the murders are roughly equidistant from the intersection point of the diagonals. Let's focus on the night of the double murder. Remember, Watson, it took us 20 minutes to get from Dutfield's Yard to Mitre Square. Let's draw a line from one to the other.
Dutfield's Yard to Mitre Square.
Perfect. We didn't make the trip as the crow flies, but that would not harm our estimate. Let's suppose the killer left Dutfield's Yard at 1 a.m. and arrived in Mitre Square at 1:35 a.m. when he was seen by the two Josephs. If he took 5 minutes to change his clothes, that leaves a range of 10 minutes to determine where this man's lodgings are. We must determine the area in which one can go from Dutfield's Yard to Mitre Square in less than half an hour. To do this, let's draw an ellipsis. The length between Dutfield's Yard and Mitre Square corresponds to 20 minutes. By adding half, we get a distance of 30 minutes. By taking the two right segments, each starting from the two murder scenes, and which the sum of the lengths makes 30 minutes, we get our ellipses.
So this thing? Oh gosh. That's my bad. Hold up. Get rid of that. So from here to here. No? Trace an ellipses in which we can go from Dutfield's Yard to Mitre Square in less than half an hour. I might need him to re-explain this. I really am not understanding this, so... Can I look at... Hold on, can I look at this dialogue? Yes. Draw an ellipses. The length between Dutfield's Yard and Mitre Square corresponds to 20 minutes. Okay. By adding half, we get a distance of 30 minutes. By taking the two right segments, each starting from the two murder scenes, in which the sum of the lengths makes 30 minutes. Am I supposed to do... I guess not. I'm at a loss again. I'm struggling to understand. No. Am I crazy here? Trace an ellipses in which we can go... Okay, go back to what he said. To do this, draw an ellipses. The length between Dutfield's Yard and Mitre Square corresponds to 20 minutes. By adding half, we get a distance of 30. Okay. By taking the two right segments, each starting from the two murder scenes, in which the sum of the lengths makes 30, we get our ellipses. I think I'm just dumb. Covers that, right? Did I maybe go too far? Let's try exactly right in the center here. Pull this out here. And... I don't know, like... there? No? Okay.
There we are, Watson. Our killer lives in this area.
It's still rather a vast area, Holmes.
Yes, indeed. And our goal is to reduce this area as much as we can. We must consider the fact that the murder at Mitre Square was committed under a certain amount of pressure, given that the killer knew he was wanted for the acts he committed not long before. We can assume that he had to do it in a safe zone, that is, an area not far from where he lives. This is especially true of an act such as the graffiti he carried out after 2 murders. Let's trace a circle around this point, with the distance separating it from Mitre Square as the radius. This will enable us to determine our killer's safe zone.
So, like, I guess the whole point in this was so that it would cover this, this, and this? Is that the whole point? I feel like I'm at a complete loss with this. So we need a safe zone. Where? We know they're in Whitechapel somewhere, so they have to be somewhere here-ish. What does this do? Oh, okay. Oh, I have to click again. No, okay. I think he's gonna have to be up here somewhere, right? Because I feel like it's got to be somewhere like in here. Because then it's closest to there. So like maybe... No, okay. Let's try lining up with the graffiti. Maybe that big.
Our killer must surely live inside this circle. Now, let's intersect it with the ellipsis that we previously determined.
What? Oh, I clicked on... Okay. That's like,
There we are, Watson. The Aldgate district.
Shouldn't we inform the police so that they can concentrate their efforts on this area of Whitechapel?
It is probably already crawling with inspectors, Watson, and I doubt that they would take us seriously, even if they were willing to listen to what we had to say. Let's focus instead on understanding the killer's modus operandi. We know our murderer preys on prostitutes who are penniless, weak, sick, or alcoholic, that he distracts them the moment before killing them, and that he left an anonymous message inciting anti-Semitic hatred at the entrance of a building occupied by Jews. How would you describe this man?
What a coward!
Indeed, he is a person of great cowardice. Let's look at his murders, and in particular, the depredations on the corpses, putting aside that of Liz Stride, because on that occasion his work was left unfinished. If we recall the observations made on the victims and the parts that were mutilated or damaged on each of the bodies, without forgetting the fact that he also removed 1 or more organs, we can ascertain that our killer evolves during the course of the murders, cowardly and still evolving. And yet, look at the location of our first murder, that of Polly Nichols in Bucks Row. It is the most distant from the area our killer would appear to live. Perhaps this murder was preceded by another within the killer's area. I believe a cowardly killer would commit his first murder in an area close to his home in order to find refuge as quickly as possible on carrying out the act.
Holmes, an idea just occurred to me that fills me with dread. This evolution of which you speak...
He will pursue his next victim as long as the conditions permit him to continue killing Watson.
But how could one go even further in this horror? Look at what he did to that woman, Catherine Eddowes.
In order to avoid having to answer that question, we must act with haste and planning. Watson, I suggest you inform yourself on the mutilations sustained by the victims. We played with the idea that this could be an act of vengeance against prostitutes. If the mutilations correspond to areas affected by a specific pathology, perhaps the killer wanted to give an eye for an affliction he felt the prostitutes he knew were responsible for.
And this trail leading to Dr. Tumblety Holmes?
I also have a few things to look into in the meantime. I still have a primary witness to track down, not to mention old trails I've yet to pursue. See you soon, Watson.
Okay, so I think I understand.
When we spoke about the Bucks Row murder with Watson, he was reading a newspaper, The Star, dated September 1st, 1888, I believe, which mentioned similar murders in the preceding months. I have no chance of finding the police reports, but perhaps I could find some information at the Central News Agency. I must go there at once. Afterwards, I'll go back to see Abraham, the owner of the pet shop in Whitechapel. The second Joseph's statement would lead me to believe that he may know the man spotted on the corner of Church Passage that night. If that's the case, I must find this witness so I can question him.
Okay. So yeah, I think I understand the way those circles worked. So I think the yellow one was supposed to envelop the area around both of those killings, and probably include the intersection. The second circle was supposed to cover essentially the halfway point between the two murders. I think that's what it is, because that would have given them enough time, half of it, in order to get there in time to still commit the murders. I don't know why that wasn't clicking at the time, but that's, yeah. So, let's get moving here. So the murder is somewhere around here. Okay. It's a ways away from here, actually. It's further than I expected.
Ah, Bulling is there. It won't hurt just this once.
Alright, Bulling. Hello, good sir.
Hello, Mr. Bulling. So, did your colleague tell you about the tip?
What tip?
Ah, I see. I gave him an explosive tip and he went without you? Oh, that's not very sporting on his part. No doubt he took all of the credit for his discovery.
You're winding me up, eh?
I must show Bulling something to make him believe me.
Okay, well, before I do that, I'm going to readjust this because things are still getting all screwy here with the scroll wheel for some reason. Not a big deal, but still weird. Okay, so I need to show him something. I don't know
what do you want?
Debt.
I'm not winding you up. The proof is that he gave me this advance on the debt.
Oh, okay.
Traitor! He owes me if I find him.
Before I leave, can you do me a favor?
Heck, tell me.
I'm looking for some reliable info on the murders committed in Whitechapel in the months before Polly Nichols' attack.
Reliable?
Okay.
Ha! You really think you'll find that here? Fine. I'll be honest with you. We have folders that group the dispatches from the current year into categories. In the police law category, you'll find the transcripts from the trials and investigations that we sell to the newspapers that ask us.
Perfect.
Sadly, I am out of time. I'll leave you to solve it, eh? You're the detective, aren't you?
Shut up. Okay. Okay.
The dossiers are full of papers in dated envelopes. I can't open them. That would be too obvious. How can I tell which compartment to look in? No categories are indicated.
Okay. So, I feel like the one with the most might be, the weather.
This compartment was repaired recently.
Indeed.
An envelope is torn. I can tell that this dispatch contains economic information.
Okay, so economy, news review, culture, front page, personality, society, and police. Just gonna click on a bunch of them, see if I can get anything else from them.
An envelope is torn.
Economic.
This compartment was repaired recently.
That doesn't give me anything, though. That doesn't mean anything. Let's go back to his full of papers and dated envelopes. I can't open them. Oh, you really think that'd be here fine? I'll be honest, we have folders that group the dispatches from the current year into categories in the police law category. You'll find the transcripts from the trials and investigations that we sell to newspapers. Okay, that doesn't help. Weather. Let's say the weather's full up. Police and law, I don't know.
This compartment was repaired recently.
Again, that doesn't mean anything. thought maybe that was clickable. This makes no sense to me. Like, what is any of this supposed to mean?
An envelope is torn.
Yeah, that gets me started on a singular one. Economy needs to go here. Okay, that's great, but what else? To be honest with you, we folded to group the dispatches from the current year into categories. The police law category, you'll find the transcripts from the trials and investigations that we sell in newspapers. Nope. Use some fat envelopes here. So, what are the clues? I don't understand what the clues are. I don't understand how this
compartment was repaired recently.
Being repaired recently doesn't mean anything, though. Clearly it's supposed to if he's saying something, but...
This compartment was repaired recently.
I'm actually going to look this one up. Because I don't understand what it's even talking about. Unless there's clues around. You know what? No, before I actually look at this, I'm going to see if there's anything laying around that might help me figure this out. Oh. Letter to Fernand. Confirming my presence on Friday evening at the club. It will be with pleasure because I might have to just about you. Yesterday, I randomly placed a few inventions in science with politics dispatches. After all, they are always hair-brained items, given that the compartments are on the top of the other. It could have easily passed as one of the new lad's errors, and as anticipated, he was called in by the boss. I'll show him how... Like in the news, everything is in balance. He looks like a halfwit. He could easily confuse politics with society section on his right. And this ladder with economy, which is its neighbor. Oh man, I hate puzzles like this. Okay, so... Inventions in science and politics are above. Or... on top of the other. So there's a few inventions in science with politics. So hold on. So politics maybe goes here. And inventions in science here, maybe? Because there's a few blues in here, right? That could mean that. As soon as I have a chance, I'll show him how it looks. Everything's in balance. He looks like he's confused politics with society. Politics with the society section on its right. And this ladder with economy, which is its neighbor. Easily confused. society goes here. Right, I think. Down, okay. Given that the compartment are on top of one and the other, easy pass. Yeah, okay. With the society section on its right, and this ladder with the economy, which is its neighbor. Okay, I think that's all I've got for clues so far. Let's see what else there might be. Okay. As you receive numerous dispatches, the filing system that you made appears to be too small, particularly for the world and society sections, which cover too much area and overflow into the boxes below. Police and law and culture, respectively. Okay, so police and law appears to be too small for world and society. Police and law is below world. Culture is below society. Culture's below society. So I take it that's probably world. So police and law would go here, probably? I'm gonna double check. Hold on. Police and law and culture, respectively. So for world and society. Boxes below police and cultures. Finish device in order to keep only the one filing cabinet while awaiting your response, sir. Please accept our best wishes, Assistant Director. Yes. So I think world goes here, police and law there. Okay. I wish the escape key would actually work there. Okay, what's this one? Stevenson and CIE Enterprises bill. Repair the wood of the news in brief compartment. £1. So news in brief oddities go here. Okay. And you? Note and pencil. To improve the dispatch filing, propose major info up high, except news in brief. Minor info down low, except police law. Thus in future propose also to invert news in brief, which is for the moment up high, and police law, which is actually down low. Furthermore, the weather section is almost always empty. Put it with news in brief. I'll read that one after. So weather's this guy? So does this imply that this is actually inverted now? We'll see. We'll see. Your little brother has some misfortune. My first week of work were grueling. First, I was given a spot far from the stove. I'm very cold in the morning. Next, I have to sort through the dispatches, the most tedious and boring work imaginable. Once the work is done, I must take each envelope to the journalist in question, who won't even deign to look at me. Finally, at the end of my third day, the boss called me in his office to give a sermon. It seems that I had mixed up the dispatches. I was so worn out that I could only protest half-heartedly. Gave me a second chance, so now I'm in a sticky situation. The only hopeful note comes from my colleague, Miss Filthin, charming young woman who is the only one to give me a smile. She helps me as much as she can, tries to prompt regarding which... Because everyone here knows the order of the sections, but no one has bothered to tell me. So much compassion, and slides me notes such as politics and society are on the side. Sports is underneath economy. Personalities is at the end of the row. Front page is in the first compartment. Aha, there we go.
These envelopes contain dispatches of police and judicial cases. Now, I need to open them discreetly. I must try to unglue the openings.
Need like a lantern or something, or maybe the stove. Oh yeah, nobody's here.
I need something.
I need something. Okay.
I need something.
What does one need? Close that.
I need something.
Yes, I understand you need something.
I need something.
Okay. Oh. Oh,
I need
see.
something.
Oh, I thought it was...
I need something.
Is there water or something that I need now?
Water.
There we go.
There. That will provide me with steam.
Yeah. And then
These envelopes contain dispatches of police and judicial cases. Now, I need to open them discreetly. I must try to unglue the openings.
Indeed. There's
Open,
the steam.
and it looks like I'm in luck. This envelope contains precious information.
Perfect. Okay. And I'm actually going to pause. Going to go back here. You can read this. I'll be right back. I got to run to the washroom.